What's going on, y'all? It's Araneae Storm checking in for the Mercury series. Yes. And we're hopping into one of my faves. You know what I'm saying? Mercury and Leo. I am a Mercury and Leo myself. So, you know, I had to make sure I sauce boss it up, you know what I'm saying, before I drop y'all on the ones and motherfucking twos. So if you come into my channel for the first time, once again, my name is Araneae Storm. You can hit me up on all social media at Araneae Storm. And you can also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I do Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations, you know what I'm saying? So you're kind of trying to figure out where you've been, you know what I'm saying, where you at and where you going in this lifetime. You could definitely book a reading with me and I got you, and we can make sure we hook that thing on up. All right, so if this is your first time coming in, or you're just wanting to learn more about a Mercury and Leo, or you are a Mercury and Leo, or you're just wanting to learn more about astrology, you have come to the right place, because baby, I'm about to dish it for you. Okay, I'm gonna dish it all out for you. All right, so I just want to welcome everybody who's come through, you know, these past couple weeks, these past couple months. I've definitely started to see like a climb, you know what I'm saying, the people like just coming through and the comments and stuff like that, and the love that y'all been showing. I really do appreciate it. I really do. It's been pretty dope. I'm like, oh damn, like motherfuckers really saying some shit out here, you know what I mean? Like, for real. This is a long time coming. So for those of y'all that have just started seeing my videos, or you're like, oh my god, I've never seen, I've been doing this shit for a while now. I've been studying astrology for a while now, but this is actually the first time that I've actually started talking about, you know, what I do know, you know what I mean, and the things that I do know in depth. So I really do appreciate, once again, like I said, the support and love that I've been shown throughout this process. I really did want to take the time to really assess this information and get to know this information. Very Mercury and Leo, because I want to make sure that I'm the fucking best, okay? You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I have love for all astrologers out there, you know, or the astrologers that I know, the ones that I've learned from, or even just the information that I picked up of, not beyond YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But I love, when it comes to my craft and it comes to the things that I do, this is very Mercury and Leo. I want to make sure that I'm the best at it. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I explain it in a way that you can understand, you know, that is giving you, you know what I'm saying, that's giving you life, that's giving you that's giving you here. You know what I'm saying? I want to give it to you right. I want to give it to you raw. So, and it's coming from the heart. Because it's something, especially when it comes to astrology, it's something that I really do love and I cherish, and I feel like everybody should know, only because I feel like you get a deeper understanding of not only yourself, but you get a deeper understanding about the people around you, which brings me to Mercury. You know, Mercury being ruling Gemini and Virgo, it being the neutral placement, the neutral planet in the zodiac. And it's so important to know. I feel like we often skip over the Mercury and we go straight to like the Venus and the Mars, and I'm like, yo, knowing somebody's Venus sign is like, you know what I'm saying, getting a deeper look into their sun, you know, getting a deeper look into their moon, getting a deeper look. It's your connection to spirit, you know, it's the connection to the gods, it's your connection to the God within yourself, of like, how do I think, how do I communicate with people on a daily basis, what are the type of things that I like around me, what are the type of things that I like to listen to, what are the type, you know what I mean, how do I write, how do I speak, you know what I mean, how do I approach things, or, you know, what kind of trips do I like to go on, or, you know what I mean, like, it's you know, what are my family members like, how was the communication in the household, you know, how was the communication outside of household, how did that shape, it's just so many aspects that go into that. So it's really something that you should know. It's something that you should definitely sit with. It's something that you should definitely try to master, you know what I mean? And yeah, like, it's an incredible you know, planet to really dive into, because like I said, it gives a better sense of like how you do communicate with people. This shit is annoying the fuck out of me, y'all. Like, just, oh my god, it's annoying me. So dramatic. It don't have to be like this, but it is. Anyway, so Mercury and Leo, for my Mercury and Leos out there, shout out to us, shout out to all us, you know what I'm saying? So this is very, very confident in speech, in a sense of like, when I talk, you know what I'm saying, I like to be heard. I want to make sure when I talk that I'm very clear, that you understand what I'm saying. My Mercury is actually sextile in my Mars and Gemini, so sometimes when I get really passionate about stuff, you'll notice that I talk really, 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 really fast. So I've been definitely trying to like work with that energy and kind of slow it down a little bit, so you can understand where I'm coming from, you can understand what I'm saying. But all in all, very enthusiasm. I have a lot of enthusiasm in me. You know what I mean? I feel like I speak, you know, very warmly. I make people feel comfortable from what I know. It's just a natural glow. It's a natural shine about how I'm coming at it, how I'm coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Very leader-like leadership qualities. Like I often notice, especially growing up, and even still, I usually take on leadership positions or leadership roles because I'm really good at not only talking with or to people, but I just have it's natural to me to be able to bring people together and kind of say how I feel, explain my vision in a way that people are like, oh yeah, like, yeah. Even if you're not coming along, like people are like, oh yeah, like that's what's up. Like, yeah, I really want to listen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, very optimistic about life, very playful. I notice a lot of times, like for me personally, and just my Mercury Leos out there, like we're very, I wouldn't necessarily say childish, but like we know how to talk to kids. Like we really know and understand like a child on a deeper level. It's easy for us to kind of connect with them on a deeper level, and it's easy for them to feel comfortable with us. Definitely, we are like the actors, you know. Everything for me, everything just for Mercury and Leo in itself too is just like very just dramatized, like dramatic. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's very dramatic. Like when you hear a motherfucker talk, you're gonna hear me talk. Like I'm very, you know, especially when you do work with your throat chakra energy and you really start to step into your throat chakra energy, and you want to also check the aspects, because I know for me, I have Saturn in Aquarius, and it's opposing my Mercury and Leo. So sometimes, you know, it can be your voice, depending on where, you know, or what's aspecting your Mercury, can definitely put like some type of restrictions or places, or just hard. So I'll say this, for aspects, and I know y'all been asking about me to explain aspects, and I will definitely do that. But for example, so I'm a Mercury and Leo. I have a Saturn in Aquarius, which is opposing my Mercury and Leo. And I noticed when Saturn was when Saturn and Capricorn, when we had like real heavy Capricorn transits, or just placements in Capricorn, or heavy Saturn placements, or heavy Saturn transits, I noticed that I felt like my voice was, or I wasn't speaking up as much, or I wasn't, or growing up, you know, when I was naturally expressing myself and I was naturally just saying how I felt about things, a lot of people tried to silence me, in a sense of like, oh, even if it wasn't like, oh, be quiet, it was like, oh, don't speak on this, or could you kind of tone it down in this, or could you kind of, and you know, for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, I went with it. But I was a very outspoken child. I always said how I felt about things. I never really held things back. I just think once you grow up and you grow into yourself and you start getting a sense, or your environment definitely will shape the way that you communicate and how you communicate. But all in all, at the heart of it, at the core of it, being a Mercury and Leo, we are literally trying to express things from our heart, our soul, our bodies. Everything that we are literally is coming directly from the heart. So regardless if it's coming from the heart in like a stinging your ass kind of way, or it's coming from like a warm, genuine, you know, place, which we really do, like, I'm seeing 111, which we really do try to put out there into the world. We want to put out that positive energy. We want to put out that light energy. We expect that to come back to us. We do, especially when you're communicating with us. Definitely very loud and proud, easy for, you know, to project the voice, you know what I'm saying, can be very demanding. Yes, so I feel like in a lower vibration of Mercury and Leo, when you're still trying to like that demanding or that authoritative demeanor in a way that is putting other people down because of how you feel or what you think and things like that. I do feel like that can come into play. But when you really do start to really master, you know, your Mercury, and you really start to work with your Mercury in a way where not only are you being heard, but other people are being heard in a way where you can have an equal exchange, versus it just being like a one-sided exchange. I feel like you can really work with that energy on a higher energy, a higher frequency kind of way. So you want to really be careful, Mercury and Leos, to my Mercury and Leos out there, like putting other people down. You know, I think I talked about this in the Leo moon video, but it kind of putting other people down if they don't necessarily go with or believe the things that you believe. You want to allow people to have their opinion, but also standing fixed, because it's fixed fire, standing strong in what you believe and know to be true. You know what I mean? And just being confident in what you know and being confident in what you believe, and moving on with that and carrying on with that without having to demand people to believe what you believe, or putting other people down because they don't believe what you believe. It's definitely a lesson in that. These are the artists, these are the musicians, these are the creatives, you know what I mean? Like always wanting to create things off the whim. We could pick up anything, like literally pick up anything and just make it amazing. I mean, that's just, it's energy, you know what I mean? Because we're not limited to or like I said, check the aspects to kind of work with that energy, but we're not really limited to anything that's keeping us. It's very childlike in the sense of like, we'll just try anything, we'll try different things just to see, not necessarily what sticks per se, but we're just trying to see like, oh my God, like how far can I go? This is my way of expressing to you what I feel and what I know and what I believe, and I'm presenting it to you in a way where it's exciting, it's fresh, it's new, it's unique, you know what I'm saying? This is very much so the energy that's like the event planners. You know, we like to do shit really big, we like to do shit that nobody else is doing, you know what I mean? Like very much so like, well shoot, this, you know, this was done this way, you know what I mean? This is done this way, shit, what can I make, you know, in my head and actually base it in this reality, create it in this reality that's never been done before. It's pretty fucking dope, you know. Very regal, royal energy, very, very regal, royal kind of energy of just, you know, it's just very, you know, we just kind of like, it's just that glow, you know, it's just that shine. It's just like, oh my God. Like I noticed too, like a lot of people, and that could just be my Leo energy in me, but like a lot of people will be like, oh my God, like you just have such powerful energy. Even before meeting me, it's like, damn, like your energy is just really strong, you know what I mean? And this goes without me even having to speak. It's just my frame of mind. Like honestly, when I think of myself and I think of my aura and I think of my energy, I think of myself in a gold glow. Like I think of myself like the way my hair is right now and just the way it's wrapped and stuff. Like I think of my energy as being like golden. That's how I think of myself. Like I have a golden aura, I have a golden energy, and I don't know, that's the energy that I feel like I carry with me, you know what I mean? It's not on me, it's in me, you know what I mean? Like that's big Leo, Mercury Leo energy. So pro marketers, you know what I'm saying? Like we could literally sell anything. Like I swear to God, I could have any product or anything that I've created and be like, yo, like this is the best shit you gonna get on the block. Look, you can't, this is not even my product, but for real, you can't find this nowhere else. I'll be like, yo, put this shit on you real quick. Like smell yourself, sweet. You smell that? Like you gonna walk away without, come on. Like, you know, come on. I mean, you know what I mean? We'll promote the shit out of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we in our energy, like, we will promote our shit. Because it's our shit. And we're proud. And we're prideful about the shit that we do create. So we are, I mean, we'll go hard for it. You know what I mean? And we'll also go hard for other people's too. Other people's that we support, or we feel like they got a dope project, or they got something, you know, that they have. If we fuck with you, ain't no thing. Like we all in this. Like let's support each other. You know what I'm saying? We like definitely the cheerleaders motivational speakers, motivating motherfuckers to go beyond, above and beyond, you know what I'm saying, shit. Very persuasive. Very persuasive. Very persuasive. I'm gonna just keep it at that. Very passionate. You know what I mean? Especially if we're around people that not only because we have our own fire in us, but kind of ignite that fire within us. We could be very, or not even we could be, we are very, very passionate. And when we speak and when we talk, you'll notice like we get so in what the fuck we're saying that it's like, oh my God, like, are you good? Like, some people will take it as like us being like way too overbearing or way too loud or way too just like, damn, like, you really serious? It's like, no, I'm expressing myself in this way because I'm really passionate about what I'm talking about. Everything that I talk about that means something to me, I speak with a lot of fire. I speak with a lot of passion, you know. Very charming. Once again, I talked about the authoritative. Could also have a God complex. I just think it's the natural lion within us. It's just like, you know, feeling like sometimes we are above a lot of this shit. Well, I mean, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I mean, do you want to stay stuck in this bullshit? Or like, I'm not even worried about that shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it definitely is energy of having to, like, you know, knowing that we have the God in us, but also coming down to earth and being like, all right, like, you know, I'm the best at this, or I am that, but at the same time, like, knowing when to kind of T the 10, but not T in the 10 to make other people feel comfortable. Like I said before, just kind of allowing others to kind of put their input, kind of put in, kind of do their thing and things like that. So, ooh, what else did I put about us? Very dramatic. Oh my God, we could be so fucking dramatic about shit. Like, we'll take one little thing and it just sometimes can go over the head. Like, just like, oh shit, like, damn, you just turn this, and like, honestly, you just turn this into gold. Like, you just turn, you know what I'm saying? This simple thing. We're very good for seeing things. I feel like very good for seeing things. Like, I think I talked about this in the Libra video or the Taurus video of the rising or something like that. But it's kind of like this energy of being able to walk in a place and being able to, like, see it at its worst, but then believing in that place so much that you like, I know exactly what I can do with this place. I know exactly how this whole, like, in my mind, what, you know, basically have that creativity. Like, I know exactly how we about to flip this bitch out straight up. Like, it goes beyond all this other shit. Very reactive. That's another thing that we have to understand about ourselves, is like, we're because it's fire, you know, mercurial fire, fixed fire, we can be very quick to react, overly sensitive, overly emotional, you know what I mean? Because we feel how we feel, and then we feel like if somebody goes against what we feel, you know, we can be very reactive in a sense. And it's good, like I say, y'all, I know I'm not trying to shade, like, I'm calling myself out as well, but it's really good to know, especially this Mercury, because you know how you're reacting to things. You know how you like to be communicated with and what you communicate out, and it's really good to know, like, your triggers. Mercury is a very triggering energy. You know, because you're talking to people on a day-to-day basis. You're communicating with people on a day-to-day basis. So, like, what can be said that really gets you off? So, I'm learning even myself to, like, really how to work on my own personal triggers. And so, being reactive to things instead of just kind of sitting with things first and then being like, okay, now I'm going to respond. You know what I mean? It's something I've definitely been working on myself. And I can definitely, you know, I can't speak for all Mercury and Leos, but I definitely know that's something that we definitely want to work on, you know, moving forward. Highly intelligent, you know, even though people might get the shit twisted and might get the shit fucked up and say, oh, you know, Leos are so superficial and we can actually have really deep conversations. You know, we want to have deep conversations. We want to, you know, expand our minds and and fuel that inner fire once again, and fuel that inner passion. So if you stimulate in my fucking mind, if you're really taking the time out to get to know and want to talk about things that, you know what I mean, it sits across from Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go there with you. We will. But you just have to make sure when you come in, it's like you come in, I don't want to say come in correct, but just you have to be open and receptive to having those conversations to begin with. You know what I mean? It's not just surface-based conversations that motherfuckers always want to have. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, speaking from the heart, charming as hell. Sometimes the charm can go a little bit to the arrogance, you know what I mean? But like I said, this is all frequency, you know what I'm saying? It's all definitely frequency. Can be very egotistical, hates criticism. We hate criticism if it's not constructive. And I know it's like, well, even if it is constructive, Mercury and Leo, it's like, once again, frequency, okay? If you're coming at it on some like, I have this knowledge that I want to share with you respectfully, and let's talk about it, then they'll be like, all right, well, we can have a conversation about this. But if there's like disrespect, or you just, you know, you want to tear some shit down without, you know, actually having like a real conversation about the shit, of course I'm gonna feel some type of way. Of course I'm not gonna want to hear your criticism. If you coming at me sideways, or you coming at me with no foundation, like, you know what I mean, I'm gonna be like, get that shit out of here. Like, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say at all. You know what I mean? So, so yeah. You know, but also on the other end of that is like having like your judgment being like kind of, you know, rocky, because, you know, judgment being rocky because once again that you feel how you feel. So, very theatrical, you know what I mean? Sometimes it can go there, you know what I mean? Like when we tell stories, honestly, we're awesome as storytellers, because when we tell stories, it's like we're putting in like the sound effects, we're putting in like the facial expressions. We probably, honestly, this is the type of energy, we are the type of motherfuckers, we'll get up and play everything for you. It'll be like a whole one-act play. We'll get up and be like, so I was walking, went to the store, and I ended up knocking on the door. So she's like, who is it? I'm like, yo, it's me. Like, we're very animated in that way. Like, we want to give you the full story. Like, sitting with somebody who's telling a story like this, and then I went to his house, and then they were like, oh my God, that's fucked up. And then I was like, we'll be like, sleep, like, this is boring, I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Like, we need like the whole thing, you know what I mean? Give me the whole, set the mood, tell me what I was feeling. What was you feeling when you walked in? What did you have on? Like, I need that kind of detail. Not detail is to the point, because we're not necessarily focused on the minute details in that sense, but like, I just need, give me a whole scene. Make me feel like I was there with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's really my analysis. Really very passionate, like I said, the speaker, motivational speakers, the cheerleaders, you know what I mean? We're giving you that heartfelt energy all through and through. But other than that, I think that's like my grand scope of Mercury and Leo. I love being a Mercury and Leo. I think it's the best. It's amazing. But of course, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to move on from Mercury Leo to Mercury Virgo. I'm trying to think, are we finishing? Yes, Mercury Virgo, Mercury Libra, and then Mercury Scorpio to finish out this week. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, you already know what it is. It's Araneae Storm checking in. You can find me at all social media at Araneae Storm. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace.